Alright guys, welcome again to Ultra Fit. Now observe this shape, or should I say shapes, just picture it in your mind. Okay, this shape I'm highlighting right here with the mouse. Now this is how a notched collar pattern would look like. Okay, always. Alright, there might be slight variations depending on the design. Okay, this is another pattern. Okay, you can see these shapes are similar. Right, this is also the same pattern. You can see this is what we use in our fashion house here in Lagos, Nigeria. Another one. There's another one. There's another one. In this case, this is a kind of should I say roundish, curvish, yes. Okay, but it's basically the same shape. Alright. Okay. Now, as you may already know, a standard suit jacket looks something like this. You can see the notch here. This is a notch lapel or notch collar pattern. So this is what we're going to be doing in this tutorial. So I'll be showing you a very simple, easy and very neat method to draft, and more particularly to sew it. Okay, this tutorial is more about sewing it. There are different ways to draft it. Okay, I'll talk about that in a moment. Now, there are two major kinds of the collar. Okay, one is without an undercollar. What you're seeing right here is the kind that has no, what we call undercollar. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay, this one has an undercollar. You can see this black stuff here. Okay, this is an undercollar. This one has an undercollar. This one doesn't. Okay, of course this is a peak lapel anyways, but it's the same basic method. All right, but basically you have two kinds, one with an undercollar and the other one without an undercollar. Now the one without an undercollar, there's a way it's fixed, but for a standard suit jacket, most suit jacket for males, okay, usually have undercollar. Okay, so I'll be showing you how to do this. Yeah, this one. Okay, all right, so without further ado, let's get started. Now, like I mentioned earlier, right, this is a standard pattern like this shape for a notched collar. Okay, now I just want to mention this. There are two methods of drafting this pattern. All right, one, you are drafting directly from the bodies, like what you are seeing, like you already drafted the bodies, then you draft out the collar from it. All right, this is actually the method that is ideal. Should I say ideal? But then yeah, you are welcome to use this method. But there's another way where you can have your standard. For example, every fashion house have their method of doing different things. Okay, so you can draft your own pattern permanently and then use it while you are drafting the bodies. Okay, so here's what I mean. If you watched the earlier tutorial on how to draft the jacket bodies, I used this pattern. Let me just quickly show you that. Now, so you notice that I use this pattern while drafting the bodies. So basically, I'm not drafting this pattern from these bodies. Okay, I'm using the pattern I already drafted, which is permanent, right, which anybody can use. Okay, within the fashion house is a standard pattern that we use, that we've drafted. Okay, now we use it on the bodies, okay, so that we can have a consistent output each time. Okay, so that's why we do that. We have the pattern ready already, then we now use it on the bodies. But the ideal situation, should I use the word ideal? But the first principle way to do it is actually to draft it from the bodies. Okay, so you are welcome to use that also. But like I said earlier, this video is majorly to show you how to stitch, how to sew it. All right, so you can see here I'm using the pattern to draft the collar, okay, on the bodies. All right, so you can go back to this video to just watch it. It's in the somewhere around. Just click on the link and then watch it. All right, so we're on to drafting the jacket collar pattern, the notch collar pattern. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. All you need to do is just observe. Okay, so we have 10 and a half, 10.5 of an inch right there. 5.5. So that's 10.5 by 5.5 inches. So 3.5. 3.5. So that's 1/3 from here, 1/3 of an inch. So just observe, it's pretty straightforward. You can see the way it curves out. Three and a half inches. Alright, so you have your color pattern. Okay. Now this is a two-piece color pattern. So there's a bigger upper part and there's a smaller part. You check any standard jacket, a men's jacket, you see that it has two-piece, right? The top and the bottom, just like a shirt. Okay, so this is the top part, or this is the smaller parts downwards. Anyway, just observe. So we're cutting it out, cutting out the collar pattern. Now the next thing is we're going to be showing you how to use it to draft out your collar. That's from the actual fabric. Alright, so we're done. All we need to do is to calibrate it, just put some figures, so that, because this is a standard collar, right, in a fashion house, so that anybody that picks this up can use it to draft out the collar for any of the jackets. So just put the figures there: the 4.5, 4 3/4, 5, 5.25, 5.5, 5 3/4, 6, and so on. So this is basically to make it easy for anybody to pick it up and use. Okay, so you just know that, oh, on the actual jacket you are cutting the collar, the size is 5.5, so you just place it on the 5.5 mark and then you cut it out. So basically you just make it easy. We'll soon get to that part now. Okay, so basically the collar is done.